This is a video about the ISTJ using the cognitive functions. The ISTJ is an introverted sensing dominant. They like things to stay the same unless there is a really specific reason why something should change. They tend to like traditions, cultural traditions, family traditions, religious traditions. They tend to like a sense of community and a sense of belonging. They get thrown when people change on them, when they do something different. They really like other people to stay the same as well, and they get very confused when you don't stay the same. They do not like inconsistency. They expect people to show up on time a lot. That's more of a stereotype, but it can certainly hold true for quite a few of them. The ISTJ has extroverted thinking, auxiliary. They are very comfortable telling other people what to do, despite being introverts. They can be shy in very large groups, but once the sizes get smaller and they feel like they have the authority to be telling other people what to do, they step into that role very easily and very comfortably, and they can be uncomfortable having authority imposed on them, although they will go with it for the sake of a hierarchy and that it's expected of them. But they are certainly able to complain about the way management is running, although probably not to the actual management. The ISTJ is an introverted feeling tertiary. They have values that usually just come from cultural norms or from what their family has told them. It's not that well developed. They just tend to believe what they've been told, and you usually can't ever talk them out of it. They believe it just because they believe it, and they tend to expect that you will respect that about them, and they do not want their values changed or questioned, although they might question other people's. They are not particularly warm. They are not particularly friendly. They tend to be pretty serious, although that's mostly in a work situation. In a social situation, you can see them loosen up a bit. They are an extroverted intuition inferior. They are not very adaptable. They like things the same. They do tend to have a vague plan for the future, although it's not that well developed. They mostly seem to think if you just work hard, it'll all go well, although they will still be very concerned about the future and future developments. The future is the main thing that they worry about. The fact that in the future bad things could happen, and especially if there's a change in the future. They're always worried about changes messing up their wonderful system. They're not that good at predicting the future, although if something is going to happen that's already happened again, they tend to be able to call that. So overall, the ISTJ tends to be fairly serious at work when there's a task to do. Anytime there's a task to do, they get very serious, and you really just see the extroverted thinking. But obviously at home they can be quite a bit more relaxed. They like things the same. They want you to stay the same, and they can get frustrated when you change on them suddenly, because that's not what they signed up for in a lot of ways. They tend to be very scared of the future, although they probably wouldn't phrase it like that. They do not come off warm and they do not like particularly emotional conversations.